2023-12-09. The last year in short. Thailand, Prachwap Kirakan. December 2022. I have a good workplace in a restaurant kitchen adapted for people with disabilities. What I choose to call superpowers. I miss them. You woke up when it was dark outside and you came home when it was just as dark, like a black hole. It drains the body of lust for life. These fellas just recharged you in a second, all the love and the strong positive energy, man, it's like magic. I sold everything except my winter clothes, thermal pants and jacket. I bought, among other things, a backpack, selfie stick, drone and water filter and just waited impatiently. Which I got to do well in Bangkok. Wait. I was denied entry into Myanmar, Burma. What I found out much later on one of my visa runs was that the entire country was then closed to tourism due to the civil war. Bus for 7 hours to my siblings south and the bus breaks down on the highway and I have no way to contact anyone until I'm coming. It was almost 6 months ago. I've got a routine on the visa run and to some extent an everyday life. It's not just as many might think. I knew better myself but not at all what I know today, and that's what I base my decisions for the future on. I left Thailand for Laos. The plan was to stay there for a month. Drugged to most likely be robbed and then sold to the police. That experience was enough for me. I was literally out in the wilderness where the cop was someone's cousin's boyfriend's dad's uncle. I took a wrong turn. Confused for 3 days, I took shelter in the hostel. The rain poured down and I was barely able to walk straight, let alone ride a motorcycle in the mountains. Once in the capital, the agony, paranoia continued and am still not completely convinced that I was wrong. Some of it was probably caused by what I got in the glass, but I know if someone is following me or not. I escaped Laos, literally. I packed in 20 seconds, hurry without running down the stairs. Got some strange questions from just some of them. I mean, were not fiction, authority questions about where you are going, who you are, who knows where you are, etc. Uncomfortably worse. It took me 3 weeks, locked in Thailand, before I could breathe again and not look over my shoulder. I have never ever felt so hunted. I was like the rabbit in the headlights of the car, fight or flight, in Asia, so close in relation to a super country. Right. It is now December 2023 and just like the sand in the hourglass, it continues to flow as long as you turn the glass. If north doesn't become south or it starts to sprout in the Sahara, then Plan 1.2 is in its initial phase and it's all about which path I will take to reach my goal. If I stay in Thailand, a big change is required: housing, insurance, etc. A structured everyday life with income and a social everyday life. But I have not received any indication that this is where the road leads, and I understand why today. It leaves me with the perspective to do what I truly desire. However, it requires some work and planning, tightening the belt and spitting in the fists and just dig in. As soon as it's possible to stay in Sweden without winter clothes, I'll go back, work up some capital, get my motorcycle license and then I'm off again. I expect 3 to 4 months. I only own shorts and buying long pants feels like accepting to stay longer than desired. Thanks but no thanks. What awaits in Spain? New adventures. The old ones that people talk about are getting old. Trust me. It will be fun.